All right, now we're heading into the pool, or the aquarium, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. There's really no trash over here that I can tell, like some big stuff that's just kind of sitting there, and then lots of overgrown plants. So we have like this big plastic thing over here and a buoy or whatever, or a boat bumper. The real problem is in the actual pool. Whoop, that frog got me. There's a whole bullfrog family out here. But yeah, you can just see, I imagine a lot of trash blew in here, then others they just threw that in here. Scare all the bullfrogs here. Overgrown pretty bad over here. Honeysuckle everywhere, which smells nice, but kind of a pain to get rid of. And we got some big trash over here, not much. Like I said, on the concrete and stuff, I think it's all pretty much blown into the pool by now. Not sure how deep the pool is on this end. There's deep enough for a diving board, so I'm guessing like 6 feet almost. And then this is like the shallow end over here. I don't know what we're going to do with this pool yet. I don't know if you can save it or if it's better off just to get rid of. But this is the pool area. It's probably really nice at one point. Got the privacy fences all the way around. Yeah, old fence back here, I think probably from the original pool build. I imagine this was put in sometime 70s, 60s, somewhere in there. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to this job. So I just got done pressure washing some of the back. Running out of time, so I can't really finish the whole back tonight. But I do have some time to do some odds and ends. Sorry, I got dirt all over my face from the pressure washing. So the pool, we've been getting bothered by the city because they don't like the green water. And so I was talking to a pool supply place, and they said one thing we could do that was like quick to just get the water clear again is to put some algicide in there, and then I think there's a case of chlorine there. They knew the pool, they knew how many gallons it had in it, I guess from previous customers coming in there. So it's a 25,000 gallon pool, and there's going to be, I think, 4 bottles of chlorine and then 1 bottle of the algicide. They said just go ahead and dump it around, walk around the pool, dump it in, and it should clear up the water. And then next week, once the water's had some time to clean up a little bit, they'll actually let me borrow a pump to kind of get all the, to like vacuum out all the sludge and stuff down the bottom. So that was really nice. There was no cost for that. They said as long as we don't have to send anybody out, you can borrow it. And I said, okay, that's good for me. So hopefully that'll be enough to get the city away from us for a while. Again, I don't know. It's been like this probably for three to 5 years, but it's ours now, so we'll just deal with it. So that's one of the short jobs I have to do. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I am going to go get gloves on. I think I have some rubber gloves in the van. I don't imagine this stuff is good to get on your skin, but better safe than sorry. So. Alright, we'll see what that does. Alright, back at the pool area today. So the chemicals we put in and the algicide and the chlorine or whatever it was in the yellow box over there, it's blowing around. Speaking of blowing around, let me fix the camera here so we don't hear clinking this whole time. It's been kind of windy here, even though it's 75 today, I think, in the beginning of November. Which is weird. Anyways, so the chemicals worked a little bit in the pool. I'll show you here in a second, but it's not really any better. The water is now just black instead of green, which I would assume means that the algae all died. And anyways, so we have the issue of not having a filter and pump and everything hooked up to this pool that we know it works. In fact, it probably doesn't work. And we also don't know if the lines that lead from the pump and the filter, from the pump and the filter, are good. They haven't been winterized from probably years, and so there's a bunch of issues with that. So I was thinking about how to solve this problem the other night, and I remembered an old engineering survival show or something. I don't even remember what channel it was on. I think I caught it on Netflix way back, maybe 15 years ago now. Long time. But the premise was that you would get a group of people together, they'd be put into a situation, they had to survive for a certain amount of time, or they had to escape from like a certain setup. Anyways, one of the ones that I remember, they had to get drinking water, and so they filled like a barrel with just some sand, some charcoal, and some pebbles, I think. It may have been in the other order. And then that was able to filter the water down well enough to where they could basically drink it. At least, I think, boil it and drink it afterwards. So, I was thinking, the filter here, I don't know what's in it. For a pool, I've never owned a pool before, but I'm guessing it's some sort of sand or something that just sort of filters out the stuff from the pool. So I thought, well, why couldn't I just do that? So I came up with an idea, and then I checked YouTube to see if anybody else had come up with this idea to make sure that my thinking was a little correct. And they call it a redneck filter, at least the people that I saw make it. And essentially, I got this bucket. I know conflicting brands here, but we got the bucket and the hose, and then a submersible pump. And so the idea is that the pump will sit in the bucket, and then there's holes cut in the top of the bucket so water can come down through the top of the bucket. And then there is some batting that I had left over from another craft project a long time ago. And then I'm going to put the pump, some of these lava rocks that are around here, or whatever these things are, and then the batting, put the lid on, fill it up, set it in the pool, and then just run the hose around to another section of pool and just let it filter the water for a while. I don't know if it's going to work. The videos I've seen of other people doing it, they had slightly different setups than mine, and maybe I'm making a mistake in that, but it seemed to work. They let it run for a couple days, and their water that was green and nasty came out to be less green and nasty. I'm not going to try to get this thing crystal clear, but it would be nice to clean it up a little bit. And so hopefully all the filtering before it gets to the pump will prevent the pump from having any damage, from sucking in anything. There is actually a filter on the bottom of the pump, I believe, or a screen here, so I don't think we're going to get any huge particulates into the pump that can break it. But that's the plan. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. Try to get a shot of how clear the pool has gotten. Whoa, didn't see that frog there. Which is not very. Some of the trash is blown back in. We've had some pretty windy days, and I didn't come out here and put it up like I should have. But you can kind of see the bottom there under the last step. So I'm going to push all these leaves kind of out of the way, and I think I'm going to place the bucket right here on this corner by this step. And then it'll run the hose over here and just kind of dump it over in the deep end. Hopefully there will be like somewhat of a current made. But for the rest of the water, I mean, it's... yeah, you're not seeing down there at all. It's just black. Again, some trash blew in, but oh well. I'm going to have to drain this and clean it again anyway, so I'm not too concerned. Anyways, that's the plan. Time to get started. I also found this little weight. I'm going to go ahead and set that down the bottom just to kind of weigh the bucket down a little bit. I mean, once it gets filled with water and rocks and stuff, it shouldn't go anywhere, but I mean, a little extra, a couple pounds won't hurt it. At least I hope not. Alright, down where I want to put it, there's some debris. So I'm just going to push that out of the way real quick. Got the old trusty net here. Move all this out. Put on some bricks just to kind of keep the height all the same. That way the kinks weren't so bad. I'm gonna come out this end and then We're pushing water. Alright, I caught some of the water there. And it's not going to be an accurate representation because the bucket itself was dirty. So there's going to be dirt in there, but you can see a difference with the water coming out and the water coming in. Like I said, there's dirt in the bucket already, but you can see it's like fairly clear, which is, if we get the whole pool to be this clear, I will be ecstatic. So we'll see. Throw this back in there. And we just let it run. Train.